Hi, and welcome to our Sprint 2 and MVP demo of TA Inder. So to begin, we'll probably be following a user flow-esque run-through when we go through this. So we'll start off by showing you the professor page and logging in as a professor. So John Smith at uw.ca is a professor email that we've already set up with a password test123. So once you click login, the nav bar that is generated is unique to the professor's view. So there's a home page, a manage courses page, and a view and rank applicants page. If you click on manage courses, right now, no data has been added into our database yet and nothing has been uploaded. So all the professor sees are empty pieces of content that just says no courses are added, and the professor has to wait for an administrator to input the relevant data first. So the same with view and rank applicants. It's empty right now because there are no applicants in the system. Also in the backend database, you can see that everything is empty. Just the admins and professor users that we've already created are in the database right now.
So in order to kick off the user flow, a department user needs to log into the system in order to upload the list of courses which require TAs to apply to them. So if we go into the department's main page, we will be prompted with a choose file and a file upload button where we can browse our system's files and choose an Excel file to upload into the database. So this file will look something like this: a list of courses with course names. The system will actually extract just the course name and course code from this file once we click upload. And if we go back to the database and refresh it, we'll see that a new cluster has been created with courses containing the list of course names and course codes.
So from here, the registrar needs to upload a file for the corresponding TA hours that are to be used this year. So this file consists of the current enrollments, the previous enrollments, and the previous TA hours to actually calculate it. So once the registrar logs in, they go to their associated registrar page. Here, a similar mechanism to upload a file where they can select the enrollment and hours. Once they upload that, it will automatically calculate the associated hours required for each of the courses this year. So if you look at the database, then the new field for assistant hours is added in with the corresponding hours.
Great, so now you can re-log in as a professor, so using the same login that we've set up before. If you don't write the right password, it'll tell you so. And then once you get onto the view and rank applicants page, oh, sorry, my bad, the manage courses page, you'll see all the courses that are available for you to teach. And what you can do is you can click on a course and that'll add it to the list of courses that you actually teach. And once you add that there, you can click on the course name and you will be able to view the information for that course. This is also where you can submit TA screening questions. So you can type in any screening question here for this course that you're teaching and click the add question button to add it to the staging area. You can add as many screening questions as you'd like for this course, and this process is replicable through all the courses that you teach, but for now we'll just demo 3316. So once you add all the questions that you want, you can click submit questions, and this will override, or this will add these questions to our database of questions for this course. So we can see it here under screening questions array. You can see that after a refresh, you can see that for 3316A, this course that this professor teaches, these questions populate into the database. And you can also click X to delete questions and re-add them and resubmit them. So if you delete one question and you look at the database, it has also deleted that screening question from the backend as well. So we'll add that question back in or add another question back in because we want to make sure there's enough questions for our TAs to answer and resubmit before we show you the next piece. And just to cover again, you can click more of the courses under all courses and they will add it to your course of teachables, and you can add questions for those courses as well. Yep.
Okay, so to continue the user flow, the department is required to log back in. And since screening questions have now been added to the database, they can go to their department page and download these questions in a CSV file. If we open this file, we can see that the questions we've just added are in this file, as well as the corresponding course code. So after the department has downloaded this file, they will be required to reformat it into an Excel file, which is similar to this, which has all of the email addresses and first name, last name, as well as screening question answers of all of the applicants for each corresponding course, as well as their ranking, which will come into play later on during the ranking algorithm. So if we upload this file, it will then populate the database with three new clusters, applications, TA candidates, and it will also add applications into the courses.
So now that the department has uploaded the applicants, we can log back in as the professor in order to rank the applications and rank the TAs that we want for our courses. So if we go on to the Professor View and Rank Applicants tab, we can click on a course. So for example, 3316A, and it'll auto-populate all the TAs that have applied for your course based on the Excel that was uploaded from before by the department. So if you click on any application, you can see their answers to the questions, to the screening questions that the professor had made prior. And this will be used to help the professor actually rank the applicants. So you can click and drag the applicants to a different location in this list here. And when you do, and you release, the applicants will be reordered 1 through 6. And that is how you can use the application data and their answers to the screening questions to rank your TA applicants. After you drag and drop, you can click submit, and this will submit this new ranking into the database, and the applicants will be ranked in a different way based on what your preferences are.
So after this, if the professor or anyone who has admin abilities goes to their main page, they can actually click match. And on the front end, we are pulling from the matching algorithm that occurs in the backend based on all the courses, their associated TAs, based on what answers the TA gave for the questions that the professors just made. So based on that, the backend organizes an array of TAs for each course that it thinks is best for that course, based on the requirements that are set out in the project description. And here we display them based on just the course number and the TA emails.
Yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about how the matching algorithm actually works. So the matching algorithm is actually based on the fundamental mathematical principle of stable marriage algorithm, which is kind of the overall strategy that we use to match TAs and courses together. So some of the features of the matching algorithm is that based on the applicant's preferences, being the TAs, TA applicants, and the professor's preferences, we actually use those to match the TAs and the courses together so that they'll both be as happy as possible based on their preferences. In addition, we also had hiring prioritization based on certain things, such as if a TA was within their term and fundable, or if they had passed their term, and also if they were external. And we also added some functionality such as hour allocations based on if a student was experienced or not. So if there was a new student, like if Brian Taylor at uwo.ca was a new student, they would actually only get 5 hours assigned to a course. However, if Alex the Great at UWO was an experienced student, they would actually get 10 hours to get assigned to a course. So for example, 3316A might have 15 hours that needed to get assigned to it, and Brian and Alex got assigned to that course.
Yeah, I guess I'll also jump in here and say that you can also approve, as a professor, you can approve or reject the courses that are matched. For now, these buttons just console log what the response was. We'll add more backend functionality in terms of what happens when a professor rejects for the next sprint.
And finally, we have the chair page, which isn't currently routed with the backend yet, but some of the front-end functionality is currently up and running. So if the chair logs in and they want to override TA courses for any course, so let's say they search for 3316, they click search and it will output the current TA hours allocated for that course, which is 10 hours. And then they can go in and edit those hours. So, yep, 5. Then they can say, oh, look, 3316 is now set to 5 hours. So even if you go and search for 3316 again, it is currently set to 5 hours.
Great, and also there's the ability for the chair to override applications manually. So similar to how the other admins have been able to upload Excels, you can choose an Excel of TA responses. You can insert these TA applications into a course and override the applications that are currently there. So after you click upload, that'll be what happens. But yeah.
And that is our application, TA inder, where its fundamental goal is to match TAs and courses together. Thank you for listening and have a great day.